Hello and welcome back to Foods Entertainment for another night of awesome reviews. Changed up the filter to 17:8 by 1 wide frame format, which means no cinema scope bars on top and bottom, and it's brighter because I went to vivid mode. So now you can see my really interesting suit today. With that cool pocket square. Kind of went more for a unique look with a combination of black, blue, and purple. The fans went wild. Alright. Well, first up is a film that some of my friends actually watched that are enthusiasts of scary movies and science fiction films and just movies in general. And they were asking me again and again and again and again to watch this movie. And I finally did. And of course that is for, make sure I get the right date on this. Yep. That's for 2023's Blumhouse film, Megan. Give me a second here. Hey, cool, I'm not going to sneeze. I thought it was. Change the seasons always gets my nose. Alright, well, one of the latest films from Blumhouse for the 2023 catalog. Alright. The Blu-ray has both the unrated and the theatrical cuts. I actually watched the theatrical cut of the film, not the unrated one. And I guess this has a few extended sequences over the theatrical cut. Alright. Well, let's read the plot synopsis. From James Wan, the producer of Annabelle, and Blumhouse, the producer of The Black Phone, comes a fresh new face in terror. Megan is a marvel of artificial intelligence, a lifelike doll that's programmed to be a child's greatest companion and a parent's greatest ally. Designed by Gamma, played by Allison Williams from Get Out, a brilliant robotic scientist, creates Megan, a AI doll. Megan can listen, watch, and learn as it plays the role of friend, teacher, playmate, and protector. When Gamma becomes the unexpected caretaker of her 8-year-old niece, she decides to pair the girl with Megan. Prototype. A decision that leads to unspeakable consequences. Well, that sounds about right, but you kind of already know what this movie is. Because in a lot of ways, Megan, at least in my personal opinion, is a remake of Child's Play with Mark Hamill. I mean, there's so many parallels between the two. With that said, though, Megan did a much better job. So, if it weren't for the abomination known as the remake of Child's Play with Mark Hamill, we probably wouldn't have gotten this movie. And this movie's actually good. Alright. I don't really have much really at all to add to that. Matter of fact, I won't. Because you kind of know where it all goes. Obviously, the doll becomes real artificial intelligence and basically kills the threats to the niece, and the parent finds out she made a mistake and tries to get rid of Megan. Megan refuses to leave. Murders. Yeah. We already know the story of this movie. All right. But with that said, though, what I liked about Megan is that this film really has a lot of balls. Now, interesting enough, this film does have some graphic violence in it. Does have some pretty freaky, creepy things going on with this doll. And it's definitely a horror film. But, despite all, and in fact, I actually didn't notice that this film until I looked at the back of this, which I'm looking at the back of it now. I didn't know until I looked at the back of this now that this film is rated PG-13. Because when you watch Megan, even the theatrical cut of the film, you really don't get to feel this is a PG-13 film because it plays itself out like a rated R movie. And so, yeah, I'm surprised, very, very, very surprised that this is a PG-13 film. Alright. Well, before we go ahead and talk about the quality of the film, I'm going to bring up something that's frustrating with Universal as of late. Maybe I mentioned it with Renfield. Probably did, but I will definitely mention it with this one. Mainly because we're due to have a 4K release of this movie within the next couple of months. And I also might add, the Black Phone's 4K release just got released yesterday, on Tuesday. Yeah. Right after I reviewed the film, you get a 4K. This is what I'm talking about with the frustration with physical media these days, is that people are so convinced that physical media is going down the shitter that they are literally going ahead and releasing a 2K version of the movie, and they refuse to release a 4K version of it, which is what you should have gotten in the first place, unless this regular Blu-ray sells. I think it's a stupid idea. I think it's a very stupid idea and a big shot in the face to people like me who actually collect physical media. And I'm sorry to tell you this, Hollywood, but physical media is not dead. Physical media is dominating over every single streaming service and video on demand platform out there. People still prefer the physical media over streaming services. I don't know why you guys keep listening to all these young people out there that don't know the benefit of having physical media. But yeah, this is going to be obsolete quite soon, and now we'll have to review it again. But this time I'll review the unrated version. Or that time I'll review the unrated version. All right, well, let's talk about the quality of the Blu-ray. The Blu-ray is obviously in 2K, 1080 full high definition. It possesses a DTS HD Master Audio 7.1 sound presentation. Now, what's cool about this movie is the 7.1 sound presentation is pretty top-notch and very effect-heavy. And I mean very, very effect-heavy. And I definitely like that. Because sometimes they're not. Especially with a Blumhouse movie. So, very, very happy that Megan actually has a really good 7.1 DTS HDMA. The picture quality is what you expect from Universal for a Blu-ray. It's going to have that very high definition look to it and have a very digital warm temperature type thing, but this one happens to have a lot of cool temperatures in it. And it kind of goes interesting depending on what movie it is. In terms of Renfield, that one being solely a Universal Studios film, was definitely a more warm looking movie. Megan's more cool temperatured on his color grade and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a little bit brighter. And neutral and stuff like that. Very good color grading on this film. And the audio is very good. They're going to have a lot of surround effects going on. But the sound presentation as a character in the movie really just works as kind of like it just adds the instrumental intensity to some of the more dramatic stuff, but it's not really a character in the movie. It doesn't really play with the plot like, say, Smile does, or something along those lines. But instead, it's just there for dramatic effect, for kind of the jump scares and such. Well, that's pretty much all there is to say about Megan from Blumhouse Productions. I hope you enjoyed. If you have not checked out Megan, I suggest you check it out because it's actually a pretty good movie. So, check it out, and I'll see you guys next time.